going on, YouTube? I wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on here at the farm and how the soybeans are doing. So July 25th, we had our 3-inch rain that I posted. And in between then and now, we've only had half an inch of rain. And that's pushing 4 weeks ago. 3.5, something like that. So I'm a little nervous. I'm a little worried about what these beans are gonna do. I'll show you the beans here in just a second. I just want to get this off my mind. The beans look like they're drying up. I mean, I'm not an experienced farmer by any means, by any standard. So I'm just going off of what I'm assuming. But they look like they're starting to dry up, and they're putting on pods, and I'm just worried that they're going to dry up. We're supposed to get rain. We were supposed to get rain Friday, Saturday, today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It kind of just fluctuates. I hope this wind ain't too bad. It kind of fluctuates, but they're pretty much telling us, you're gonna get rain, you're gonna get rain. Just kind of wait. And literally, if you look off, well, look at that beautiful, man, the camera's picking that up really nice. Look at that, just those beautiful clouds out there. See if I can make that to where it's not so, it seems like there's rain everywhere else but here. And, I've heard people say, well, why don't you pray for rain? And I've thought about that, and my answer is, I don't want to pray for rain. I just want to pray for God's will, what he's wanting this to do, and that I learn from whatever it is this does. Whatever God's wanting this crop to do, I want to learn from it. I want to learn what he's wanting me to learn from it, more than getting a nice bushel crop that pays really well. So obviously in the back of my mind, I'm hoping that, this is a bang out crop. We get the rain and we do really, really well. I'm hoping that that's what God wants for us. But, I don't know what he's wanting me to learn out of this. So if we don't get the rain, there's a lesson behind it. And that is what I pray for, that I learn what he's wanting me to get out of that. Some of you guys may laugh and go, yeah, no rain, no beans. And maybe that's it. I don't know. I would like to think there's a little bit something better to learn than just that. I mean, that's just common sense. And I hope that I learn it, if that's the way this is going to go. But I want to show you the beans, and then I want to show you this field over here to the south. We planted sorghum Sudan grass in it, and it looks pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it. I had something pop up on my phone. It looks pretty good. The drill that I was using was supposed to put 21 pounds onto the acre, and it never fails. This drill never fails. It always shorts me about between 4 and 5 acres. It runs out of seed. At the very last 4 or 5 acres, I should still have 4 or 5 acres worth of seed. It runs out of seed. There's a spot out here that I put in one of my videos where there's about, I would say 3.5, 4.5 acres that never got seeded to the soybeans. So I got to kind of figure out what's going on with that. But we ran out of seed on the very last 5 acres, went and bought some more seed a week later, got it drilled, and the seed's in the ground right now. It's not growing, there's no moisture in it, it's dry. But fingers crossed, we get the rain, we get the moisture, and it comes in nice over there. So I don't know, maybe it got planted at 25 pounds to the acre. I tried to put it in at 21. I don't know. I set it at 21, but I don't know what it's putting it down at. just to give you a brief run through, we're going to harvest this, obviously, and we're going to bale that sorghum sudan, which I'll show you guys in the video. We're going to bale the sorghum sudan. We're going to harvest these beans, excuse me, and then we're going to plant crimson clover as our cover crop, which I'm trying to get that sun from. So, the crimson clover would be our cover crop. It's a good nitrogen fixer. And I planted it out here before, and it got up to my knees, very bushy. It just looked really, really good. And so I'm going to try that as a cover crop to roll crimp, so we can put soybeans back into this next year. That will be the last year I put soybeans in. I'll change it up the year after that, and then we'll eventually come back to soybeans. So we're going to do 2 years in a row of soybeans on this. Lord willing, 2 years of soybeans over there, and we'll start playing around with different cash crops. But I want to get nitrogen fixed into the soil and get it operating better than what it is. And we had a guy here in Kansas, I think it's Precision Ag or Progressive Ag, something. They spread manure, lime, whatever you need spreaded, they do it. And they put 3.5 tons of manure. Well, he told me between 3 and 3.5 tons of manure to the acre on over here, on this 26 acres that we planted over here. That is planted to sorghum sudan grass right now. And yeah, so I mean that's pretty cool, man. We gave it a nice shot of vitamins and goodness and biology and all that stuff into the soil. I did plow it. It was pretty much overtaken with weeds and grass. It wasn't anything a disc. I don't think the disc would have cleaned it up. So we plowed it. I used a 6-bottom plow and a 2390 Case International to plow it. That was an experience. I've never done that before, ever, and that was an experience. Honestly, I just thought I was ruining everything. By the time I was done with it, it looked like one of my daughters tried to color in the lines of like a coloring book, and she takes the crayon and goes all over the place and outside the lines and just crazy. That's how I felt it looked, and I was beating myself up pretty bad. But I had some people tell me, well, it actually looks pretty good. Tried to get out and disc it, and things just started drying up, turning into clods. So we ended up letting it sit for a while. A good friend of mine he let me use that 6-bottom plow. And then he gave me, I don't know, a 35 foot field cultivator that needed a little bit of work. And so we cultivated it and we drilled the sorghum sudan. Once we got some moisture, we got that 3 inches, let the ground dry up for about a week, and we planted the sorghum sudan in that. And dude, going from like a 10 foot, 12 foot, 14 foot disc to a 35 foot disc, I get why all these guys got 60 foot field cultivators and 30 foot planters and 20 foot, 30 foot discs. Dude, covering that much ground that quickly spoils a guy. Gave me a whole new level of respect for what my dad did, my granddad did, my great granddad did, my uncles, great uncles, older cousins out here with 3-bottom plows. They were lucky if they had a 5-bottom plow. My dad's told me stories where he had to, do hundreds and hundreds of acres with a 3-row cultivator for milo. They call it maize, but it's milo. I couldn't imagine being 9 years old and being told you're going to go out there and do this. Like, it's crazy, but it's not crazy. Like, you got to do what you got to do, bottom line. But the tools that they had back then, wow. And they did it. And they did it great. I mean, they did a great job. They built America. They helped feed America. So pretty cool. I'm getting on a soapbox here, but lots of respect for those guys. Lots of respect. and open cab. I had a cab with the blue air. It wasn't, charged. The AC needs to be charged, but, I was in a cab. The sun wasn't beating down on me. That 460 I have, I've been out here doing that, and with that sun just beating you up. I think it would be good. I'm getting on a soapbox. I think it would be good for everybody to experience what it's like to, so this is 30 acres. Well, we worked 20 of it with a disc twice, so I did 40 acres technically. I disced it once one way and then disced it another way. I've done that a few different times, and I think that just gives people a whole nother little level of respect for working outside. I don't want to say that's working hard. I mean, I used to roof. That was physically working hard, but there's something to the farming thing where, you work, for me, I work harder, more, like it's more mental hard work and physical work. I mean, sitting on that tractor burning up sucks, but it just gives you a whole new level of respect. I'm getting off my soapbox. Anyways, I want to show you guys the beans, and I want to show you guys the sorghum sedan. I hope I still have enough memory on my phone to get all that in. So here we go. Here's the beans. They're drying up big time. These are above my knee. It's hard to videotape backwards, so bear with me. I'm going to try to squeeze in here and show you guys what some of the pods look like and look at the camera. This is ridiculous. I need to get something better than this, but let me find some first. Uh-oh, I'm not finding any. I hope they're not all falling off. Well, here's one. I don't know if you guys can, I can't see the camera, so. You know what, this is pointless. I can't even see the camera. Let me try over. If I bend over too far, I'm going to hit this hot fence, and I do not want to get shocked. So here's some beans, or here's a bean. Like, that's a little tiny pod coming on. There's flowers, as you can see coming through here. There's really no pods on this one, like, that are, very obvious, like you would think. Like, okay, like this. Like there's a pod right there. See it? See my finger? I'm just worried that these are gonna dry up because there's no rain. The plant looks good, but the plant's not what makes you any money. You gotta have pods. And then I'll show you guys my sorghum sedan. Super proud of this. First time I ever planted something like this. Oh yeah, here's another thing. I used to wear sunglasses all the time. And then I thought, my eyes are getting too used to wearing sunglasses. Then I stopped wearing sunglasses, and I've got sun damage in my eye. So, wear your sunglasses. See what we can see here. That's it. It probably is not picking it up very good in the camera, but man, I sure am proud of that stuff. It looks awesome, I think. I can't see. There we go. Yeah, it looks awesome. It's coming in nice. I'm sure proud of that. Sure am proud of that. That nice long row. So, that's what I got. Nothing exciting. I hope this video didn't bore you. Move the cows. See, I'm looking and I can see off in the distance out there, there's clouds out there. There's rain clouds out there. It's there, but it's just not over here. Give you kind of a long scan of the field. There is grass out there. Way more than I would like to see. But from the people that I've talked with, they're like, it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. But if I didn't have that grass out there right now, and it was clean and just soybeans, and we were dry like this, these beans would be doing a whole lot better. Show you. I'm proud of them. Whether they do anything or not, I'm proud of them. This is the first time I've ever done that. So, guess I'll talk to you guys later. Give you a little shot of the nice sorghum out there. There's 11 acres here, another 11 acres over there, and then 5 acres on the other side. That's where we got that all planted. All right, guys, God bless. Bye-bye.